Obviously, if you're fixing and flipping, your contractor is going to be one of the most critical team members on your team. So, here we're going to talk about exactly how to find the right fit and how to vet them. One of the biggest hacks and one of the most beneficial ways that we were able to find one of our contractors was we were wholesaling houses primarily back in 2018, 2019. And then one of the houses that we were looking to wholesale, we went and walked with one of our buyer's contractors. Now, the buyer didn't show up to this, and regardless, a lot of contractors, they don't just work with one investor. So when we were walking our buyers through, we had just asked this contractor, "Hey, I'm curious, how much are you thinking this house is going to need?" And we were going to use this as leverage in our negotiation against the buyer. But when the contractor responded with a number, we were like, "Whoa, that is extremely cheaper than what we were thinking it was going to cost." And so we looked at him and said, "Hey, this property doesn't fit our criteria, but we're about to start a rehab over here, or considering it anyways. Would you be willing to walk this and provide a quote for us?" And sure enough, he did that. We liked the quote. We hired him to do the work. Did a great job with the work, and that led to the next the next project, and then to the next project. And next thing you know, we've been working with this person for years, and we have a phenomenal relationship. So that's one way that you can find a contractor is if you're wholesaling properties, talk to your buyers contractors. Okay, that's a great way to find some. And then another way is that you can go down to Home Depot. Now, think about when contractors start their day, where do they start? They start at Home Depot. They pick up all their materials for the day. So if you go and you sit by the pro desk at Home Depot at 6 o'clock in the morning, there's going to be a ton of contractors walking through. So start conversations, shake some hands, explain, "Hey, I'm a real estate investor. I have projects coming up. I'm looking for someone to join my team." Have a conversation, ask them for references. Now, whenever you're talking to contractors and you're interviewing them, one, you want to talk to them and understand, one, what trade they're in, two, how long they've been doing it, three, if they'd be willing to share some references. But before you talk about any of that, you'll also want to describe yourself, your organization, and add a little bit of credibility. Talk about, if you haven't done any deals, "Hey, I'm looking to do X amount of deals this year." Or if you've done a lot of deals, and say, "Hey, I've done X amount of deals last year," or "This is how many deals I've done in general," right? You want to be able to add some credibility. At the end of the day, contractors want to find someone who they trust, who they can count on paying them. And we're looking for someone who we trust and who we can count on them. So the way you're going to identify if you can trust them or not is by asking them for 2 to 3 references. Pick up the phone and call those people and make sure that they are doing a good job. Ask them, "Hey, what are some properties that you're working on now?" Obviously, if they're at Home Depot and they're buying some materials, they're working on a job. Ask them if it's okay if you swing by and just take a look at the level of work that they're doing. These are 2 ways that you can find a contractor to join your team and help you in your fix and flip business.